He's a good lad. Hello, cruise in.
5 years ago, Saj was still in prison.
I've spent like most of my life in and out of jail, on probation, all these orders that they put out, you know what I'm saying, from a young kid.
But having served his sentence, now the task of re-entering society and trying to find a job.
Carlos is now coming over.
Hello.
To join in when we're talking about negative people. So, and look what he's doing.
Yeah.
Part of the training ready for the world of work is equine therapy in Somerset. It's believed the horses can work with the men's emotions.
Hey. Yeah, it makes you think, innit? It does make you think sometimes.
I'm at a stage where I'm trying to like do better in my life, you know what I'm saying, and leave all that behind, break the cycle, kind of like move on from what I did. I'm no longer that person, I'm a different person now, but it's hard for like getting people to understand that.
64% of men spending less than 12 months in prison reoffend within the year. So how do you break that cycle? It's thought that work can make a huge difference, and yet a year on, only 17% of ex-offenders are in work.
But the charity Key4Life are trying to change that.
I'm just going to ask you a few questions that are going to help us learn about you.
They've got 63% of their men into work.
Portland, Onley, Swellside and Guys Marsh.
Listing the 9 prisons in 10 years that he's been to, Truman tells me at 28 he's desperate to be given a chance.
If I was an employer, how would you persuade me that I should trust you now?
If you were to take a chance on me, I could show you that I'm not still that little child. You can't look at my criminal record as what I was like as a kid and thrive off that childhood, because everyone's got to grow up at some point. And I feel nowadays I have grown up a lot.
Big round of applause for the employees for coming along.
But in reality, it's not that easy. According to the Department of Work and Pensions, half of all employers said they wouldn't consider hiring an ex-offender. But the Ministry of Justice say 500 businesses are now signed up, and this dairy farm in Dorset is one of them. Mikey came out of prison 3 years ago.
If you're not working and keeping busy, you're going to find things to do, and you probably will end up getting in trouble and getting arrested in this sort of big cycle. So.
But does it not feel like a massive risk?
They've got a chance to redeem themselves, and they've got this big point to prove. It's really about giving them a chance to prove themselves, because I know from the guys we've had, they're desperate to prove themselves.
For some, certainly a risk. One many employees so far have found too big to take. Fiona Lambdin, BBC News.